Every time I've been happy is because I've made money.
Oh, I rode a donkey. And he took off with me.
Coming here, enjoying and eating ice cream and my phone and music. That's everything.
A heartbreak feels like your world shatters.
You feel your chest closing up, your breath slowing down.
When my father passed away, that was like in 2005.
Believing that someone really loves me, and yeah, I want to feel that.
I think I'd rather love because all my life I've been loving and it's the only thing I know how to do. Like I've never really, I mean, people do love me, but I just don't know how to feel it. Like I've been hurt a lot to the point where I just don't allow myself to feel loved. So it's better for me to love than to feel loved. I'd rather love because people in this life world need more love. Yeah.
At the stage I'm at right now in my life, I think I'd like to love. I would rather love people because I have a lot to share. I have a lot to give. I think I care about people. I think people matter. Their mental health matters. I'd like to think I was at a point in my life where I needed care in my life, and I don't really need it anymore. Maybe in a romantic relationship, so I'd rather love people. I love people.
I would rather love. I would rather love because I think it's sacrificial in the sense that you are doing something for another person, and I think that fulfills us as human beings. I think it's a very fulfilling thing to do something for others, or to do something for others, or to show up for others. So I would say I would rather love.
I think it's easier to love somebody than be loved, because you can't really control what people feel, what people do. What I can offer my love and hope that I get love back. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But that's just life, and you learn to sort of deal with that.
Be loved, because I don't know, it's hard to know when someone really loves. I think it's hard for maybe me to know when someone really loves me. Like I can show that I love someone, but believing that someone really loves me, and yeah, I want to feel that. Yeah.
I think I didn't notice when it was happening, but as you grow, the more you experience, the more you read, the more you start to become stable, I guess. You notice that there are certain people who manipulated you, or your kind regards, or the niceness of you. Yeah, they take advantage of that, and I think that's the only form of abuse I've really had.
Yeah, emotionally, mentally, somewhat physical. It's been hard because then you don't allow yourself to be vulnerable. You don't really allow yourself to be happy for a very long time, because you feel you get to a point where you feel it's your fault, and that's the worst type of feeling ever. The healing process is hard from being abused in any type of way. Yeah.
A lot of the times growing up, I didn't stay with my mom. I stayed with family, extended family, and not all of them were always like very. Not all of them were ever that good to me. Some of them did kind of like verbally abuse me, say things they didn't mean or whatever, or maybe they meant, I don't know, but they just say very harsh things to me. So I was not their kid. Also, I mean, hey, who wasn't verbally abused in high school? Like friends would say but ton of bad things, and I think they just, yeah, I mean, And obviously, some of those things can sort of grow with you and affect you in ways that you never know.
Emotional abuse from a guardian, that was that's hard. I think it's more of like people who are put to protect you and keep you safe from the world. When they abuse you, it's terrifying because that's like they abuse you like in your home where you have like supposed to be like your safe space, and if the person that is meant to protect you is abusing you in your safe space, where can you be safe? So yeah,
I wouldn't say I've been necessarily abused, no. In any regard, physical, emotional, no, I would not say. Yes, I've been in uncomfortable situations that I wish I would not have been in, or situations that maybe put like mental stress on me, but not in an abusive sense.
Heartbreak feels like. Do you even feel it? It's like you can touch it, man. It's so cold. It's so hard. I don't know if I felt the full intensity of it. That's why I don't have a full answer, maybe. Because I feel like I'm still gonna meet someone I love harder than the person I think hurt my heart, man. But it feels like nothing will ever go right. It feels really bad. Excuse my language. It feels like nothing will ever go right. Even in the next days, like someone took your happy place, and your happy place is where you do your best thinking, your best creative work, your best, they take that away, and then you're just left in a hollow. I don't know, man. It sucks. That's all I have to say, really. God bless me not to go through that again, that process again.
ooh, like a heartbreak feels like your world shatters, like everything that you believe is good in the world just goes away, like faith, hope, joy, everything is just drained out. It's like the world is just drained of its color. That's what heartbreak feels to me.
It was when my father passed away. That was like in 2005, January 2005. Yeah, I just remember, because part of me kind of feel like it was my fault, because my father and I never had a good relationship, and I remember after a holiday I was supposed to go back to his house, from my mom's house to his house, because I used to school with him. Where the school I goes to was very close to where I was staying, and I remember praying to my mom and being like, I don't want to go see this man, I don't want to go live with him again. I remember praying in the car and being like, and I'm not Christian today, but like I was heavily Christian back then, and like I was praying that I want him out of my life. And then a few weeks later, my father passed away, and I kind of always, for a long time, I blamed myself, thinking that if I hadn't had prayed that, maybe he would still be alive. So yeah, this last time I felt heartbreak, and I felt heartbreak from obviously my father not being there anymore, even though we're not close and we didn't have a really good relationship. I remember that feeling, just being like, yeah, I don't know, it's hard to put it into words, but I was just very, I don't know how to say, I was very numb actually, and I cried a lot just because I blamed it on myself, like it's my fault, like, why would I pray, like, and I even prayed for him to come back to life, but obviously that's not going to happen. But yeah, that's like last time I felt heartbreak.
It feels like I want to sleep and just never wake up again. It hurts so much, like the only energy I have is for sleep.
It feels like your soul is ripped apart. It's being ripped apart. Like you feel your chest closing up, your breath slowing down, and your world just shattering. It's like everything you've ever known is a lie. Like you feel like you're drowning, and it's like you'd allow yourself to drown even when you know that you're gonna die.
Feels bad. It hurts a lot, and it's the worst thing someone could actually go through. it's very bad.
There's part of me that kind of feels like a lot of Vambu men, me being one of them, we're very entitled to think that women are supposed to like, you know, love us back or whatever and all that stuff. And so to me, that moment when I was heartbroken, I felt betrayed, and I felt like I was owed something that I was not getting back. But obviously, it took, you know, looking inwards in myself and realizing that this person didn't owe me anything, and because she didn't love me back doesn't mean that I should feel like she owed me that love. So I think back during that time I felt like I was owed something and I felt betrayed. I don't know how it's gonna feel now, so I haven't felt heartbreak ever since then. So I don't know how it feels now if I were to feel that again, if that makes sense.
Okay, so it was from a movie. I think it was. I don't remember. Was it Pride and the Prejudice? I don't remember. But anyways, it was this Indian guy, right? And he was trying to impress this. You know how it was like in the Indian culture. I don't know if they still do it in the 21st century, but you know they have the culture of arranged marriage. So now I think they were trying to arrange this Indian guy, you know, to marry this young lady. And so he came to dinner with the young lady's family. So he was trying to impress the family and impress the girl and everything. So now, and then he said, he was bragging about how rich he is, right? So he was like, then he went like, sorry, he went like, I have 3 houses in America. The first house has home water for me to swim for when I'm feeling cold. The second, no, it doesn't go like that. It says, I have 3 swimming pools in my house in America. The first swimming pool has hot water for me to swim for when I'm feeling cold. The second one has cold water for me to swim for when I'm feeling hot. The third one has no water for when I don't want to swim at all.
What do you call? What do you call a fake pasta? You know, a fake noodle. Oh my gosh, I told the joke. I told the joke. Okay, what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta.
Yo, there's quite a number, man. Which one made me laugh? You're putting me on the spot now because there's so many things to think of. Okay, there's this. Let me speak about my little brother again. He calls whenever he's angry at my mother. He goes to my dad and says, your girlfriend is very annoying. And we always laugh about it. He doesn't say my mother or your wife, he says your girlfriend. I think that's very funny because my dad also laughs at it. The only person that finds it annoying is the one being called the girlfriend. So I think that is the best joke of my life, of my family, kind of.
Yeah. I think everyone has been harassed in some way. For me, it's more like, you know, men that like work on the streets, catcalling, cab drivers trying to get your number or just saying really snarky comments even when you say no, or even being groped. It's almost an everyday thing. You get used to it. Somehow you just get used to it. You ignore it. You ignore the feeling of being harassed, of being sexually assaulted, even if it's just touch. Yeah, I think I have. Every woman, every man has. Yeah.
So in hostel, there's this thing called seniority, where the senior people are supposed to do everything before the juniors, whatever. And that morning, I woke up and then I went to shower before the certain senior, and he got pissed off, and he tried to throw me out of the shower, but then I ended up hitting my head on the tiles, and then I didn't pass out, but like my head really hurt a lot. There's one time that I can remember being assaulted. I remember that because that's like the biggest thing that's ever happened to me. Besides that, I mean, yeah, bullying, I guess I can call it more, but it's usually just, yeah, normal bullying in high school. It's not normal, but it's like, you know, it happened a lot. Like, if you're not like physically strong or whatever, you get pushed around by a bunch of guys.
Yes, I have. By the bricklayers.
Yeah, I have. I've been robbed a couple of times, I think on 2 different occasions. One when I was in varsity, the other I was just driving. I traveled, I was in Swakopmund. Really, it's traumatic, man, because every time when you're driving now and someone passes by your window, you think twice, you lock your windows. It's just, it triggers something in you. Another time, I've been assaulted by a partner, but I think that's just because of alcohol and feelings. So yeah, I guess I have been in. It's not very nice. You live on with it forever. I think people don't get the fact that that moment that you got scared will always stick by you. You don't have the same intensity, yes, but there'll always be a place where you need to hide, man, in yourself, because you're insecure about it. What if it happens again? So yeah, I've been assaulted, been harassed.
Yes, from like streets or people saying that I have a nice bum, or like my bum is big, or like my height is the perfect height for them, or yeah, which I think it's normal, yeah, but it's not. Coming here, enjoying and eating ice cream and my phone and music, that's everything. Because I think when I'm drawing, all my emotions just go. Either I'm angry, through anger, and everything, yeah, it just goes. It's like it relieves my stress.
A few days ago, we just finished shooting my show Kapana Spice, and it was on my birthday. And we shot the whole day. I think we shot like 6 couples, like from like 8 in the morning till 9 in the evening, shooting the whole day. And then I remember we're done. It's so nice, like we're done. We're picking up. And then people were talking to me, they were like congratulating me and stuff like that. Like, no, this is a great episode. We shot some great episodes today. What. And then I just hear the door behind me opens, and then people are like, somebody starts singing happy birthday with like a big cake. And I've never had a surprise birthday. Anybody had a surprise birthday party for me ever. So that felt nice. The surprise and it felt nice. I'm not somebody who really celebrates their birthday like that. I mean, I celebrated like with like little chill sessions in here and there, but I've never had like a big party before, and I still haven't. But that felt like one, because the people that I work with and I built a relationship with, and people that I've never met before. But in this moment where we are shooting the episodes, we felt we're bonding in that moment, and it felt nice.
Oh, I rode a donkey. And he took off with me. No, for real. I felt like I was gonna die. I felt like I was gonna see Jesus that day. So I never felt more alive than when I was close to death. You know, that donkey ran with me.
I had just written this poem, and I sent it to this publisher, and the whole day I was just very I was concerned about like, was it perfect, was it good enough? And then the editor reached out to me, and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever read in my entire life. Yeah, and receiving that validation, yeah, that was the best feeling. Yeah.
It was 3 years ago. I had made my first amount of money by myself. It was like a reward for myself, you know, for being finally independent, for being able to take care of myself after not being taken care of. And I took myself out alone, you know, trying to love myself. And that day was the happiest I've ever been, really. Being alone and being secure with myself, yeah.
Every time I've been happy is because I've made money. Those are the times I remember mostly. Because it fueled me, man. It fueled me to do more. I run a small business because whenever I excel in it, I'm at my happiest. So I think when I make money, because it makes me very independent.